Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Christian Hanna Horror here, and today, I watched this movie again tonight to break in the new horror room, and I've got to review this movie for you guys because I need to get some, I want to push some people towards this film. So when we talk about John Carpenter, we talk about Halloween, we talk about The Thing, we talk about Escape from New York, we talk about Prince of Darkness, we talk about They Live, a lot of the great works that he's done over the years, and what I'm about to talk to you today, I wouldn't say it's his best work ever, but I think it is so awesome. You know, we look back into the early 2000s. Mick Garris formed this alliance. He wanted to do this anthology horror thing, but it wasn't really like an anthology in terms of stories over and over again and continuations or anything like that. It was all individual stories, and he created this thing called Masters of Horror, and he gotten all these great directors to be on board. There are some real gems back in that day. Some of them are unfortunately not as great as you would hope them to be, but at the same time, you know, it's television-style horror, it's not the biggest budgeted stuff, but there is an absolute diamond in the rough that I absolutely love, and I think it's an awesome John Carpenter film. The movie is called Pro-Life. Now, this is from Masters of Horror. John did, I think, two things. He did Cigarette Burns, and he did Pro-Life. I like Cigarette Burns. Quite frankly, I think John's work is the best out of all of them. I've seen every Masters of Horror. Some of them I like, some of them I don't like, some of them I love. One I adore, and that one is Pro-Life. Now, this DVD was gifted to me by my friend Gabe. Gabe, I appreciate that once again. Pro-Life is this story that deals with abortion, pro-life, and pro-choice. Now, you might think this is a political horror movie. It's not. And I know that sounds weird because of what the subject matter is called. It's called Pro-Life. But this is the masterwork of John from this. You know, this DVD is great, and I'll tell you why, but a small synopsis about Pro-Life. You start out with this young girl running through the woods, and this couple's driving in a car that work at a clinic, and they see this girl run out in front of them. They slam on the brakes, and they take her to the clinic that they work at. This happens to be an abortion clinic. When they get in there, the girl is just like, I need to get the baby out of me. She's in hysterics. They're not really understanding, you know, what's going on, because the girl's, like I said, she's in hysterics. Come to find out that she was raped by a demon that came from out of the ground when she was on the swing in the back porch of her house. And it is a sight to be seen, let me tell you, the demon in this movie. And while she's at this abortion clinic, all of a sudden, you realize what she's really running from is her father. And the father is played by a guy named Ron Perlman, and he is the absolute star of this episode. He is such a good actor. Everybody knows Hellboy. Ron Perlman kills it in this. So Ron Perlman shows up, and he's like, where is my daughter? And Ron Perlman is this pro-lifer that is so against abortion clinics. So Ron Perlman's got a restraining order from this abortion clinic because he raises a little ruckus over there. But when he finds out that his daughter has run away there to get rid of the baby that she has inside of her, him and his religious tendencies will not let that happen. He stops at no cost to get inside of that clinic to get her daughter out from having this abortion. But the people at the abortion clinic, they've had enough of Ron Perlman's character in this movie, and they are going to try to stop him in the process as well. Guns start firing, the girl goes into labor, but we find out, as you already know, that this is not no ordinary baby. Now, in terms of Pro-Life, the movie, I almost wish this could have been more of a feature film, but at the same time, the runtime on this was perfect. I think it was right at an hour, and man, they get right into it from the start to the finish. This is one of those episodes where there's truly not a dull moment in it. I mean, it is so great. You've got Derek Mears as the devil in here. You've got the K&B guys creating the demon. And let me tell you guys something. When I say that there's a demon in this movie, there is a demon in this movie. And I'm not talking about no little puppet. It is a monster that comes out of the ground in this abortion clinic. And it is a sight to be seen. You know, for a television deal, you know, I wasn't expecting it. The first time I watched it, my jaw dropped because of the previous stuff that I've seen from Masters of Horror. You just weren't going to expect that, believe you me. But John Carpenter and crew, they decided to go for it. You know, Pro-Life is really this awesome film that took such a serious subject matter that could have gone one or two ways, political left or political right, But John doesn't do that at all. John, when he got the script for this, he said, I am not going to belittle people that are pro-life. I'm not going to belittle people that are pro-choice. This is a monster movie, and that's what we're going to make this, and that's what he did. Now, the smartest thing he did about the script was the father who wants to stop the daughter from having the abortion. He is steadfast in everything he's doing, but he had Ron Perlman play it like the good guy. And we've seen that in some other movies, like in Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3, The Dream Warriors. The woman who goes against the doctor who starts to help the kids, she thinks she's the good guy too, but she's the one inevitably killing the kids by letting them go to sleep or making them go to sleep. And that's what makes that character so interesting to watch in that film, in my opinion. It's the same thing here. You know, this DVD has a great behind-the-scenes, on-set interviews with John Carpenter talking about how he wanted to sculpt this movie and how he wanted this movie to turn out. He was very much involved in it from head to toe, obviously. I mean, this was his directorial on this film, but he was really in it and he cared about the subject matter. There's this thing about John Carpenter that I see that he doesn't care. There's this thing about John Carpenter I see that he's a bitter old man. Here's what I think it is. I think John loves his fans. I think John loves the people. I think John just gets aggravated by being asked 100 times probably every 2 months, talk about making Halloween. I mean, the guy's been asked that for years now. I just think when he's talking about something he's interested in, or if he's not talking about Halloween, basically, he's a chipper happy dude. And him in this documentary series on this DVD was awesome. You get to see the K&B team working on the demon. It's actually a pretty packed DVD for a television episode. So Masters of Horror Pro-Life is my all-time favorite Masters of Horror episode. There are others that I may review in the future from some that I like, but the number one recommend I could make from this series, if you want to check out any of these, is Pro-Life. I think it's the best one out of the entire bunch, and there are some pretty good ones. There's not a whole lot of good ones, but some of them are pretty good, but Pro-Life is my number one recommendation, guys. If you want this DVD, I'm going to put the Amazon affiliate link down below. Definitely want to get your hands on this, guys. I was able to put over some movies recently. I put over Last Shift, and I put over Alone. I just really want to push Pro-Life on you guys. That sounded political. I didn't mean it that way. I really want to push John Carpenter's Pro-Life on you guys, because I think as John Carpenter fans, if you haven't seen it, I think you're really going to dig it. And his son did the music, so I don't know if I mentioned that. So I give Pro-Life a solid 7.5 out of 10 in terms of a great horror movie. You can definitely see the John Carpenter isms in it, and I don't think you'll be disappointed. So guys, definitely give this a shot if you haven't seen it. Like I said, I'll leave the Amazon affiliate link down below. If you want to use that link, I'll make 20 cents, and I'll put it back into this horror room in this channel. So thank you guys for watching this video. This is Christian at Heart. If you've seen Pro-Life, please let me know in the comment section below your thoughts on the movie. If not, let me know if this video entices you too. We'll see you guys next time.